Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing? We have a few more sets this evening to go. Right now, we're going to dive into Graham versus Labaron. Dos, what's up? Your set will be cast very soon, later this evening. But for now, we are going with this, the order of which they were turned in. Joining me here shortly will be Jabari.
Yep, I'm here, dude. I'm good to go.
He needed a second, but he's back. Marvelous.
Thanks for having me, man, as always.
In the Civ draft here for Labaron versus Graham, as well as the map selections on your screens, and have Graham with Mayans, Poles, Turks, and Persians. Labaron will have Tatars, Lithuanians, Bohemians, and Spanish. And we have the maps of Monkey Lanes for Graham and Monkey Arena for Labaron. So, should be a very interesting set between these guys, as well as Civ picks we don't see all the time, but have been seeing them more frequently with Arena in the.
Yep, I mean, very diverse Civ sets here. I feel like Turks and Bohemians are for Arena, but besides that, I can see any of the other Civs being played on the other two maps.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to dive into game one here, though, guys, in just a second, and we'll go from there. Sorry, I am at 6 seconds, actually.
All right, I'm loading the replay.
Just let me know when you're available and ready to go, and we'll dive in.
Cool. This loading screen is all right. Count it down.
3, 1, go. Alright, guys. Another best of 3 here in the round of 64. Graham will be in the yellow with the Mayans. Not a big surprise, given Mayans are a very popular pick, and Arabia seems to be the map they are picked on the most. And he will be up against Labaron here with the Tatars, which I actually really like the Tatars in this matchup. I think they could definitely stand a chance with those nice power spikes.
For sure. I think Tatars are actually a top tier archer civ. They don't get ARB, but the game is often determined long before that. They have an easier time with the eco with the sheep bonuses. The free thumb ring right away gives them a nice Castle Age power spike, as you alluded to. And yeah, in general, man, with these civs, a lot of them have eco bonuses or cheaper units, stuff like that, like the Mayans. I always prefer the civs that just have units that fight better, like the Tatars with their faster thumb ring.
Yeah, and I mean, if they have to go Cav Archer, it's really a very viable option for them with the Parthian Tactics and Thumb Ring being free. Not to mention, they do have a Keshik that could come out of the castle, which is a very cheap unit that resembles a knight, actually, and maybe slightly less, but for the cost, can't complain too much about that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've never really embraced the meso civs, but access to cavalry in general, I feel, is so huge. And Tatars, they have like maxed out hussars with, I think, additional armor as well. So I prefer the Tatars tech tree. I'm actually not sure which one of these civs is traditionally considered to be a higher tier.
Mayans, for sure, I think.
That might be like some legacy stuff from back before Tatars were a thing and back before all the Mayan nerfs.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've seen Mayans and Aztecs at the top of the list for so many years. You're right. Maybe it is just like a legacy thing, but I still think they're probably considered to be one of the best Arabian game.
They are definitely popular, but they're definitely not like an overwhelmingly stronger Civ here in any case.
So both players bringing in their boars here. Graham looked like he was having some trouble pushing some deer early on, but I think he'll get that in just fine. And still will survive. Was taking additional hits there. Monkeys for both. Coming forward, it looks like a little bit. Getting a little bit more scouting here. Baron has yet to find 2 of his herdables. Unfortunate for him. And on the other side, though, Graham in the same boat just found his. So fairly even start here. Idle TC a little bit for both, but fairly even.
Yep, and it looks like Graham is not aware of the fact that a monkey does not take pop space. Mayans are actually kind of buffed on the Banano map pack because monkey, for some reason, takes up no pop space, so you start with 4 Vills as Mayans, and you don't need to queue Loom right away. But it looks like Graham, out of habit, just did that, so he's squandering a little bit of the eco bonus that Mayans could have here.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, though, I mean, it is part of your build order. You probably don't want to skip it. Let you know what happens. But Loom,
Oh man, dude, I couldn't disagree more. I'm sure that if he knew about it, and if he makes it to the next round and picks mines again, he would prefer to get that extra bill rather than the minute 0 loom.
I mean, possibly, yeah. I mean, it would make sense. But for now, we'll have to wait and see if anyone catches on to that. You have spoke about it before, so that. But on to the mill here is Graham. He does have a barracks up already, so this is a pre-milled drush, but it looks like it's only going to be a 2 militia drush, actually.
Yep, 2 Militia Drush is hot these days, man. I guess the idea is that if it's well microed, it does approximately the same amount of damage as 3 Militia. It's so much faster to get out. You don't have to collect that extra gold. And yeah, Graham is also taking a huge advantage in the monkey fight. I think the monkey's military potential is like maybe that of 2 militia. So from some perspective here, he's bringing as much power as you would normally expect from like 3 militia plus a scout.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, he runs into a wolf, so he will lose quite the HP on one of these here. Not great for himself.
Yeah, but I guess this is one of the weaknesses of the 2 militia drush is that if you encounter a wolf, I mean, you lose like 25% of your total drush HP.
Yeah, it's very strange, but he's building his own militia at this year, so Labaron will probably be okay to see this investment, and he's going to just quick wall the wood line to be safe.
Yep, I like it. Walls counter a drush, though with the monkey in the mix, it's such a pain to repair. Like, the monkey, the damage it does to palisades is just ridiculous. Yeah, I have a feeling that this drush is actually going to do some real damage here with the monkey here.
Yeah, and awkwardly, the one militia that was created here is headed forward, so he's not going to invest into another one or two to try to clear this out. He's just going to rely on his archers here the next age.
Yep, and I'm sure that drushing is a thing that we will see much more frequently in this bracket than previously. Drushing is definitely a high elo thing to do. I feel like you kind of only really start seeing it done effectively around like 1300 elo plus. And it's almost like kind of ubiquitous at the pro level. It's definitely something that every player who's going to make it past a round or two here will be very practiced at and will be in the habit of doing, not 100% of the time, but they always have to have the threat of a drush as something their opponents are wary of.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one militia that came forward here is going to lose all of its HP and probably die here to this wolf, which is huge negative. Just barely survives 1 HP remaining. But ultimately, safe at home. Has yet to lose any vills. Quick walls came in time, and archers will be on their way out. Barracks on its way up, or blacksmith, sorry, and the fletching come in.
Yep, I mean, with this Civ matchup, archers mirroring each other is the expected thing. Neither player will be surprised to see their opponent going for it. And yeah, good job by Labaron here to get the first archers out before any damage is done. This drush from Graham, I don't want to say that it's failed. It's done a lot of distraction. It's, probably forced Labaron to focus on a bunch of the wrong things, plus have his first archers poke back there. But this drush has not done any damage to villagers, so Labaron's probably pretty happy with the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Labaron is going to be getting Town Watch as well, such an under upgrade here, especially whenever you have units coming towards you. Going to be very fun to see how this matches up. Uh, Obviously, we have some elo discrepancy in this first round, but so far things are looking very close here.
Yep, I'm honestly not sure which of these players is the favorite. It's not obvious from the play, and I think that the sets we're seeing tonight are going to be relatively close, just based on like their seeds. I guess that the elo difference can't be much more than 200. Definitely in the range where both players rightfully feel like they have a chance of taking the set.
Yeah, for sure. Militia over here still attacking a house, which is interesting. He is trying to take out that, apparently. One militia goes down for Graham, but this is delaying. It is buying time. It did allow for Graham to wall up. A few archers that have gone forward are delaying the blacksmith, however, so that is helpful. And it's fletching versus no fletching here.
Yep, and when properly microed, like the fletching player can win so decisively, it definitely makes sense for Graham to chill behind his walls until he's able to match that fletching.
Yep, Skirmisher will take down the monkey. We have a market on its way up here. Would like to see Labaron secure the front of his base here a little bit more. Keep in the targeted area. Especially this one wood line he has forward. It's very, very susceptible to damage. But gonna just go home with his military numbers. And probably going to look to the next stage. Like he's abusing the market, even selling his stone to try to get up faster.
Yep, I definitely don't disapprove of that, as yet the walls you were just asking for come down. Still an incredibly tight game, both players basically mirroring each other. LeBaron, possibly because of that market play, is going to get up to the next stage quicker. And as Tatars, with a nice army of crossbows with instant thumb ring, maybe he can take a decisive advantage at that point. He's going to need to if Graham is going to be at... Oh, Graham sells the stone too. All right, these guys are all out military.
Yeah, I love it actually. I think it makes a lot of sense, especially with Mayans on the map. It's hard to outproduce their archer line if you're not committed to it. So, really like to see this.
Kato's calling you out on the mic again. Whatever happened yesterday, I went back and I watched the rec. You were like perfect after they commented on it. So I don't know what you did, but if you could do it again, that'd be nice.
I mean, I've legit like pushed this thing even closer to myself, so I'll move it back again here.
Yeah, you were smooth. Like you sound clear in my ear, and I'm hearing you on Discord. If that gives you any clue as to what the problem might be, it's like Twitch only.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's has something more to do with my mic itself and how it picks things up, but I don't know. I'll have to look into it some more. For now, we'll focus here on the game. Massively strange wall for Labaron here. I don't know what this wall accomplishes, to tell you the truth. Maybe he's just trying to wall to the cliff into the edge of the map here. Really hard to say. Castle Age...
Honestly, dude, like verse archers, this wall gets it done. Like Graham is gonna have to send his archers essentially out of play for like a full minute to go around the edge. So it's definitely not the best wall, but I think it does achieve its intended purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like just such a risky. I feel like a lot of idle villager time. It is better. It is safer for sure, but I don't know. We'll see. It looks like he's gonna be pretty safe at home now, though, with all these walls. And without players going to TCs, I expect we're gonna see a villager forward.
Yeah, I wonder what LeBaron's doing, though. He has had his ranges idled a lot while floating a bunch of wood and gold. I wonder if he plans to spend his wood on gold on something besides archers upon hitting Castle Age.
Yeah, Cav archers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I guess I personally just don't play Cav archers that much. So the thought to go for instant Cav archers and even like taper off your archer production doesn't occur to me. Like if you actually do go full out archers into crossbows as Tatars, they are like right up there with the Britons and Ethiopians as like an excellent early Castle Age archer civ.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, I think CA is probably the meta thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, he is getting crossbow, so he will make it look like he's going crossbow. And there's a hole here. This is big for him. The gold is under threat. One villager was weak there, will go down. The second one goes down. 3 villagers here. That's already a win for him as he'll be shifting out into the Cav Archer play. It will be a nice thing to know that you killed some economy there.
Yep,
And
this
good.
I was gonna say this army is sacrificial at this point. Labaron, I think he knew the army was doomed when he ran into the walls here. If he's able to pick a couple vills and see the KD on Eco is 4-0, he's happy with trading. He's only lost like 3 or so of his 10 crossbows so far, so he's definitely very happy with what he's gotten out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to let Knight know, I'm not ignoring the previous chat. It's just sometimes we go into other things here, sir.
Was his question, what if they don't micro? At this level, man, like, of course, sometimes players look away and they take a horrible fight because they fail to micro. But this is a tournament game, man. People are going to be on it. At this level, I expect these players to, like, nearly properly micro their armies 90% of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like what Labaron did. He did buy some more stone, and he is going to be into a second town center now. I would have preferred to see Ford Siege, but he thought differently, which is going to pay off for him, actually, I think.
Yep, and I dig it. Like, neither of these players have enough vills on farms to keep 2 TCs running, but LeBaron, man, he gets those free sheep with the TC. Tatars can get it running right away. When you're mirroring each other like this, being to 2 TCs faster is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's looking fairly good here for Graham to break in here, but he will find a lot of elite skirmishers, and it looks like he saw, and he's just going to back up here. Cav Archer play is kind of tailing off, unfortunately.
I mean, CA versus a fully walled opponent that's going crossbow kind of can't do anything. Versus a Mezzo player, in particular Mayans, there's kind of not a single unit that Mayans go for that Cav Archers feel good against. So I'm actually questioning the decision, though we were just, saying a second ago that CA is the generally correct meta thing to go for.
I mean, I think it is if you have Eagles on the field, just for sheer mobility. Because you can micro the Cav Archers just as you can micro the crossbows, but have that speed to escape potential Eagles. But this is going to be full crossbow play here from our Mayan player. 1 TC nonetheless as well. The only issue for him is he'll be up against 2 TCs, and it will be a stable switch potentially coming behind this, unless he intends on going Cav Archers, and yeah, he is going to queue a few more, so maybe he's just going for husbandry, actually.
That would make sense that he's going for husbandry now, but there's a 100% chance that Hussars will eventually be added for the Tatar player.
Yeah, absolutely couldn't agree more.
As this crossbow army gets some damage in here, I see LeBaron did just get the second armor, so I think these skirms will take 2 volleys from the complete army to go down. If you're Graham, I don't think you want to fight this, though I think it's theoretically possible to win this fight as the crossbow player with excellent micro. Oh, actually, Graham is ballistics versus no ballistics, so there's a chance that he's just going to go for it.
Yeah, and these crossbows are going to walk in here, but the town center should be garrisoned. And looks like he's gonna dive. He's gonna go ahead and take that risk. Takes a good bit of damage there from the town center, but not too bad. Really gets away with most of his HP.
Yep,
University is on its way for LeBaron.
Yeah, this is a tense situation. Graham is essentially condemning his whole army here. I guess he's hoping to get enough Vill kills and idle time that it's worth it. He gets a couple quick picks right away. The rest of the Vills run. Looks like he's going to get some excellent trades on the CA as they kind of die for nothing here. It's really actually looking like this dive is going to be worth the entirety of his army as he marches into the wood line now. And this raid is going to end up killing in excess of 10 Vills, all the CA, a few of the skirms, not to mention idle time, not to mention the fact that LeBaron's military is fully distracted, so Graham essentially has full map control and security at this point.
Yep.
But the hole is found, man. Labaron is actually doing some decent counter damage.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that good, to be honest. These Cav Archers have a whole 2 eco unit kills. May find a few more, as the crossbows will finally be cleaned up in that base of Labaron. But the CA losses, the military losses in general here, as well as the eco losses, it's definitely looking much better for Graham, who is on the way to the Imperial Age.
Dude, look at the Vils, though, man. He's going to Imperial Age with less than 30 Vils. Yeah, Katos calls it out. This should be game, man. I think that Graham... Did we miss something? Like, is it just the lack of Vil production or something? Because this eco difference is absolutely tremendous. Like, Imperial Age with 28 Vils, like, you can just get Bracer or something. This is definitely way too early. There's like a 0% chance that he's going to be able to leverage this imp into something that's worth idling his only TC for all this time.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't miss anything. It's just the pure idle time that he has right now, being at 5 minutes. And the CA had 2 kills. I don't think they killed any more than that, to be honest. The whole eco kill is 20-17, though, so maybe we missed a few here or there. But
yeah, perhaps the original crossbows did more damage than we thought. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, he did separate those off, so...
Yeah.
Nonetheless...
Katos is saying that the CA cleaned up the wood line. It's quite possible that while we were watching Graham was also watching his forward army, and like the 3 or... Well, I don't know, man. Maybe there were more CA in the group originally that got more kills. And by the time he came around to checking it, it was just a few stragglers left.
Yeah, but it will be a massive Arbalest army soon. Only 30 units, but nothing on the map can kill these effectively, as it is Cav Archers and Skirmishers for Labaron, and as soon as Bracer and Arb come in, it will be quite hard for the current military to kill what Graham has. But unfortunately for Graham, there is no siege involved with this, so the skirms will eventually take enough good trades. There's just no economy for Graham behind this 28 pop right now in the Imperial Age with 30 Arbalest, 27 Arbalest.
It's just not possible for Graham to win this game unless Labaron throws massively. Like, he's going to need to literally get like 40 Vil kills with these Arbs to be in a good position.
Yep, Skirmishers harassing the wood line over here. Only 2 of them as well doing a fine job. The skirms are going to be the best defense against this. It's probably the only thing we're going to see Labaron make at this point. Even light Cav, not going to do him any good.
Yeah, definitely an uncomfortable position for Labaron. He doesn't know about this Vil difference. But, I mean, given our observers' privilege of seeing their Vil counts, I am having a hard time imagining Graham equalizing things here. He's getting some good Vil kills, but he's still 2 TC versus 1, and good Vil kills is not enough. Like I said, he literally needs to take out like 40 or so, and he's not doing that.
Yeah, and we still have a skirm harassing the wood line over here. Yes, the economy is going to be very idle, but even with 20 idols, I mean, Labaron still has so many more Vils than this at the moment. I think full Elite Skirm probably cleans this up.
I mean, the Arbs have more range, and I think they probably do like 3 damage per volley. This massive Arbs can hypothetically one-shot the skirms while kiting them. But yeah, if the skirms could even just push back the Arb army so that it like has to run away and not just keep diving the eco, that would be worth something.
Yeah, but lots of villagers just went down under the TC here, and that is not good for Labaron, as he was at 57 Vils a minute ago, down to 49 already. Yeah, and his economy is looking rather stretched since he forced up to the Imperial Age here.
Yeah, I am second-guessing what I was saying, that Graham doesn't have an avenue back, as it looks like Labaron is really being slow to get an answer to this, man. The Vil count is almost being equalized. I kind of can't believe this, man.
Yeah, and the eco is really limited of what was actually working for this time. So honestly, with this second mass of arbs, there will be, what is this going to be? There are 46 arbs here, 20 in the first group that's coming forward, 26 in the base that's been doing damage here, and one-shotting elite skirms here for the time being.
Oh boy,
Villagers
man. Oh my
completely.
god. Labaron, I don't think he would have called it if he knew the Vil situation.
Yeah,
I cannot believe that conclusion right there, man.
yeah, definitely surprising.
28 Vil Imperial Age. I mean, I guess he just had the army. At the end of the day, you need eco to make the army that you win the game with. And he had a large enough army, plus the 28 Vils, I guess, was enough to carry this to the finish. I don't know, man. I feel like
Yeah,
LeBaron could have kept hanging, but damn.
yeah, it was brutal. Brutal. Did lose a lot of vills, and that was his win condition, really. He had to kill a bunch of vills, and Graham did.
Yeah, I mean, that could have gone either way at the end for sure. I feel like if LeBaron had just like relocated his eco and maybe tried to switch into Hussar, like some Hussar mixed with the elite skirm. I mean, all he needed to do was take one good fight or something. But players are playing with incomplete information. That Arb army was scary. In the heat of the moment, LeBaron had no idea what he needed to do. And yeah,
Yeah,
very well
absolutely.
played, man.
GG's, and we're on to the next map, which will be LeBaron's home map of Monkey Arena. And we do have Lithuanians, Bohemians, and Spanish remaining for him. Graham will have Poles, Turks, and Persians remaining for himself.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
seeing Turks Bohemians here, man. 90% likely.
yeah, well, let's dive in here and we will find out. See
Mm.
what the matchup looks like here.
Are the games mislabeled? I think you have the home maps switched around because I'm seeing that lanes is map too.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same. Let me just confirm this via their submissions. And I have Graham has Arena on here. LeBaron has Monkey Lane. So yes, my apologies, guys. Had the screen wrong. So we are on to Monkey Lane's game number 2. We're diving in, guys. Alright, I'm at 5 seconds when you are, Jabari.
Yep, countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. Lithuanians here for LeBaron going up against Persians for Graham. Persians a civ that I can't honestly say I recall seeing on this map all that frequently, which is an interesting pick here for me. Lithuanians we've seen many times over, but Persians not so frequently. So we'll see what Graham has planned for this one.
Yep, I've never considered. Oh, I've never. Yeah, we have the Insta Rush. I like this. I've never considered douching this map, but now that I think about it, it's actually a pretty good one to douche. I don't think that that's what he's going for, but he won game one. I have no idea, dude. It's definitely viable.
Definitely viable and super exciting to see a Lithuanian Insta-drush coming in. This is something that we don't see all that often. Kados is probably the only one around that does it. He's hyped in chat right now about it. And the build for this is really kind of interesting because it's very tight, and you really need to get onto wood earlier than usual just for housing purposes. So like he is going to have that situation for him going well. Monkey, additionally, with this Lithuanian Insta-Drush, actually makes this even more entertaining for me to see this.
Yep, this is a huge threat right here. And I think the trading is actually in the interest of the drushing player here. Oh boy, as he gets some huge free hits, this Lithuanian Drush with a full HP monkey is going to do some real damage, and I highly doubt Graham is expecting it and is going to like pre-wall his wood or anything like that.
Yeah, he hasn't seen the brush yet. He has only seen the monkey, and maybe he thought he was going to be coming forward to lane, because that is allowed and it is permittable here, so we'll see. Obviously, he has no scouting for this, so he is going to make sure he can find everything he needs to do. Monkey for Graham does live on, but it did lose 6 hit points, which is pretty big. And honestly, he could lame these sheep. I guess he's going to pull them back in, so unlikely. But Insta-Drush is still hidden here.
Yep, I like tracing the outside of the map. I mean, if you let the opponent see it and they quick wall it out, it really limits its potential. Definitely worth noting, too, Labaron has accrued like almost a vill and a half's worth of idle TC time, so this Drush has cost him something. So if he doesn't do damage, it actually will have set him behind, as it looks like he's going to get this wood line. Oh boy, this is prime. I don't know if you want to fight this. The monkey is shredding. Oh,
There's no
unloomed,
loom.
definitely don't want to fight it.
No
Oh,
loom. 2 vills will go down. The cost of one brushing militia, and the monkey will lose some HP as well. Actually, another vill will go down here. So 3 vill kills here. Absolutely marvelous.
Yep. I love this. I mean, it makes it more likely that we're going to see a game 3 since Graham took the first one. Graham does not know about the fact that Labaron has, incurred 2 vills worth of idle TC time. But
that is like not even close to a big deal, though, at this point. Obviously, the Lithuanian Insta-Drush is not supposed to do this kind of damage, but this has sparked what looks to be a douche incoming.
Yep, so I guess this was his plan. 6 vills is not the usual full squad.
Good.
Yep, he's doing the full squad. Nice 10. Yep. As Labaron drops a house in front of his TC, that's like possibly... No, that's just a coincidence. He's not specifically anticipating this. He's not going for the Palisade douche defense. This douche is going to happen here.
I don't know if I've ever seen a douche and a Lithuanian Insta-Drush in the same 1v1 before.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, knowing that the opponent drushed and has lost their militia makes the douche more potent. He's getting it down in a very nice position here. I like him walling in the vills. He wants to be 100% sure this is going up. This douche is going to happen, man. And the proper way to defend a douche, I mean, you, of course, try to minimize the amount of time you spend repairing your TC. You kind of do have to just let it go down. And basically, as quickly as possible, get your next TC up in a location that's as difficult to redouche as possible.
Yeah, for sure. And
Baron, okay, cool. I thought he was going to have some vills hanging out there in an exposed position, but no.
Yeah, and I mean, everything is running smoothly here for this douche. Obviously, it's something that works out very well for Persians. That's extra TC HP for those who may be unfamiliar, which I don't think is many of you. But repairing this to get to Feudal Age here is very costly, and wood is slowly running out. But he may be able to squeeze enough time out of this to keep it from falling, which is always a good thing.
I believe he will, and at that point, I really like Labaron's position. Graham is just going to be horribly behind in economy. He literally has 4 vills working right now. He's unable to keep his TC working. Graham already behind in economy. He's going to be up behind an entire age. I mean, the worker efficiency for Graham right now is 23, not to mention the fact that he's down an entire age. I don't know, man. This douche does not look like it's doing what it needs to. And Labaron, he needs to relocate his TC, but perhaps he's going to prioritize getting some feudal military out. A few archers or a couple scouts could destroy what little economy Graham has quite easily.
Yeah, and we could always see a secondary douche behind this.
It's
But right
yeah,
now, no TC here for Labaron yet.
Yep, he's going archers. I dig it. I mean, when you're the doucher and you're stuck in Dark Age, having archers roll up on your base, which no longer has a TC in it, is devastating. Graham looks like he's seeking a Vil fight here. As the doucher, the thing that you should try to do at this point is keep up Vil production. Graham does seem to be doing that, and in the meantime, Vil fight as much as possible. Just try and idle the opponent, prevent them from getting a second TC up.
Yeah, TC will go up, but this is another spot that's going to be unfortunate to defend. He can easily drop another TC here. I think we're going to see this one deleted here anytime, and another one dropped here right next to this one. Vils will try to fight this off, but now it's just Vil v Vil. We do have more Vils here for our Lithuanian player, but not what you want to be doing. Always a mess when it comes to a douche.
Indeed, as Graham is pulling ahead in the Vil count now, he is still behind in age, so he's not actually ahead, but he's going to be able to reduce this. Yeah, he is going to successfully reduce this before Graham actually gets his archery range and archers out. So, or before Labaron actually gets his archery ranges and archers out. So this is actually looking pretty fine for the doucher here, man.
Yeah, and this...
That's why I was saying lanes is so viable for this. Like, as the doucher, you often lose when the opponent is able to run far enough away that it takes you a while to find their TC.
Yeah, and he's going to fight under this TC, which I think is a mistake. I don't think he's going to deny it. He's probably going to lose more Vils, and he won't even have the wood for a lumber camp here. Maybe GG.
I mean, he's going to be able to get up another TC, but yeah, this was bad, man. He's going to lose a lot of Vils under this. It was kind of a mistake to build the TC by his lumber camp, because, I mean, when you're dropping a TC, if you can hit a core building like the lumber camp in addition to the TC, that's what you want, and this is just so damaging, man. This douche is getting it done. Graham looks like he's taking this with the douche.
Yeah, I mean,
Labaron is completely not utilizing his feudal age. He's completely failed to get out some military. Honestly, dude, he should probably prioritize feudal military over another TC at this point.
yeah, but even still, he can't even afford a range at this point. Not pretty. Exorcist says it looks like they're 1200s. No, not 1200s. But I can give you their exact elo. And Bear comes at archery range, but there will be no TC behind this and very, very minimal production because he's about to lose the only building that can give him the resources he needs here. Looking very rough here, honestly.
Yeah, and this archery range position just sucks, man. It's so far from every place that you'd want the archers to be.
Yep, absolutely. Just for reference, guys, Graham was 1528 when he signed up for the bracket. And we do have Labaron being a 1439, so overall the elos are not all that far apart. Thank you for the subscription, Joe. Subbing with Prime. Labaron is
Labaron's done for, man. He's really behind in Vils. There's no way that he's going to be able to escape the redouching as well. That's why this map is actually pretty good to douche, is that there's no sneaky place to put your TC. It's like so predictable where you might drop it. So continually redouching is reasonable. Perhaps if he had like made feudal military after losing the first TC rather than trying to re-TC right away, he could have done some good counter damage. But this is just GG for Graham, hardcore.
Yep, Labaron is going to fight it out with some villagers for now, and we will say goodbye to Labaron here. Hate to call a game out before it's GG, but there's really nothing that can be done here. He can't even afford a lumber camp at this point. His only lumber
Yeah.
camp is right next to the town center here. This is really his only option, and Ram will take this set 2 games to none here. Good Lithuanian drush, but unfortunately it could not deal with the Duke.
Indeed. Um, yeah, maybe douching is something to consider more often on this map. Like, theoretically, to just continually douche your opponent on this map feels really powerful.
I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen it yet. First time in a couple hundred games on this map.
Well, in the previous tournament, there was another map that was so much better for the douche.
That's true.
But yes, with this current map pool, if you are a doucher, this map is definitely the stage for it.
Fair enough, fair enough. But GG's here to Graham. He will be moving on. Labaron, best of luck next time. Exorcist, you'll have to message me about that, by the way. But GG's. GG's. Time for that beautiful tradition, I'd say, huh, Jabari?
For sure, man.